guys, and welcome back to the Saints View, the channel for Southampton content for another January window roundup. We haven't really done many of these because the transfer window has been pretty dead this last month, but we're coming into the last week and it seems that more outs could be going on instead of ins. Since last time, obviously the deal for Stephen Davis to go to Rangers on loan, which is inevitably going to become permanent, what did come through, and so did Gabbiadini's move to Sampdoria. Around 11 million euros to move back to Serie A. Sad to see them both go, but it was kind of inevitable, I think. But we've known this for a while now. But going on to who could be going out this week, it seems pretty much confirmed. We've seen video footage, and of course that's Cedric going in for his medical for a move to Inter Milan. Now the right back hasn't really seen much action under Ralph Hasenhüttl due to the sort of emergence of Jan Valery, but also just poor performances, inconsistency, and that's really cost him. He signed for us originally in 2015 and didn't really get too much of a look under Koeman either, but the 2016-17 season in my opinion was his best campaign for Southampton. But then since then, defensive performances haven't really been good enough. Attack wise he's been quite solid, you know, he's got a really good cross in him, picked up a couple of assists along the way. Obviously he scored that worldy free kick against Manchester United last month. And I do worry about us getting rid of him. He's going initially on loan to Inter Milan, and then that deal seems to be with an obligation to buy for around 12 million euros, I think, with the quote being thrown around. It was 20, what I heard before, and now it's gone all the way down due to the fact that his contract expires in 2020. But like I've said, I am worried about our prospects without him. Okay, he's not getting chosen now, but we need the cover if Jan Valery is going to be starting. It's a massive opportunity for him, and one that he really needs to take, because we could be targeted on that right hand side as a result, and if so, then maybe we'll be threatened. But he's been a great servant for the club. You know, he's really enjoyed his time at Southampton. I can tell just the way he cares. You know, you watched him last season towards the back end. He really put in some good performances to make sure we stayed up. He cares about the club, and I think he'll be disappointed that he's going, but the move for him is a really good one. You know, if you signing for Inter Milan, that's a really good gig. So hopefully he does well there. And you know, we will miss him, but in my opinion we need to go for a right back in the summer. But Ralph Hasenhüttl has already said that he wants to trim down his squad. It's unlikely now that we're going to be getting anybody in, because he said at the beginning of the window that if we were to get someone in, they had to be the perfect fit. You know, it's difficult to get players in January, and it takes them a while to adapt. You know, look at Guido Carrillo, spent almost £20 million on him, and look how that turned out. So I think it's quite shrewd that we're not going for anybody. To be honest, I think Hasenhüttl is good enough to coach the players we have to become a better side. You know, we've already seen it. So personally, I don't even think we need new players to come in. I am worried about the Cedric sale though, and what's even more worrying is the recent links that's come out this week regarding the move of Charlie Austin. Now apparently we're ready to let Austin go this week as the end of the window approaches. The striker hasn't really shown much quality this season and clearly isn't suited to the high pressing style of football that Ralph Hasenhüttl clearly wants to play and implement onto his team. Of course he's got 2 goals this season, both coming actually after Mark Hughes' sacking the goal at Tottenham, which was obviously a consolation, but then the famous winner against Arsenal in Ralph Hasenhüttl's first home game. Since then he hasn't really looked like scoring. Obviously he had a goal disallowed wrongly against Watford earlier on in the season, but he's shown a lack of quality. For the whole season I felt that he's unfit and just it wasn't in our top 2 choice for strikers. So Leicester, Aston Villa and Wolves are the clubs being linked with him. Whether that'll be a permanent move, I'm not too sure. Some fans are mixed about that. You know, Charlie Austin doesn't have too many fans in the Southampton support. We have a great song for him, but in terms of the performance, especially this season, they just haven't been good enough. And I think quite a few fans will be happy to see him go if he does, or will kind of let him go. But my problem is the lack of depth. It's like the Cedric situation. Because if we sell Austin or get rid of Austin, our only strikers will be Ings, Long and Obafemi. Ings is injury prone. Long obviously rarely scores, and Obafemi seems to be a bit injury prone as well. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, yeah, you can include Redmond in that. Actually, you know what, let's include Redmond in that, because technically he's been playing furthest forward under this system, because we don't play with the wingers, we play with the wing backs. So, okay, there's 4 strikers there that we can last with for the rest of the season. That should be okay if Austin is to go, but having sold Gabbiadini as well, I do fear that we're not going to be able to get enough goals. I'm not saying that Austin brings goals to the side, he clearly hasn't contributed enough, but it's more about having the options and not having to worry. The last thing we want to do is do like a Martin Caceres where we have to go look for a free agent that's not even fit, and there's no point, who's on high wages, blah blah blah. So it's a worry for me personally. I think we need to keep Austin till the summer. It's a juggle regarding whether we get rid of Long or Austin. Personally, I think Long actually may be suited under Hazen. There's all the high press from front foot attacking football. You know, that was similar to what we saw under Koeman, and look how Long did under him, especially in his second season. So there's a possibility, but I'm not an optimist in that sense. So in my opinion, I think we keep Austin. I personally keep Cedric as well, but he's already gone. So we'll see how it works out. But we're not going to be getting anyone in. I think that's a given, and some fans don't like that because fans like sort of the excitement of a new signing, but I really don't see a need unless we're to bring in a new right back. That's all I think we would need, go for a right back. So it looks to me that Ralph is cutting the wage bill quite significantly, which is good. I still think Fraser Forster needs to go if that is to be fully achieved, because he's on about 60-70 grand a week and not even making the squad. But it looks like we could be having a really promising summer, which would be really exciting. So I think for now we'll probably do another video just rounding up our window just briefly, but for now it looks like we're staying up, which would be class, and then could have a really exciting transfer window in the summer, and I think fans would be happy with that. But thank you for watching, guys. Do remember to like and subscribe. We're nearing 200 subscribers. Okay, it's a small milestone, but it's a milestone nonetheless, and we will see you very soon.